Hey guys, what's up? Evil Hammer 6 here, and today I'm going to be doing a updated King Black Dragon guide because the one I have out is like one of the first videos I ever put out on my channel, and it's actually one of the most popular, ironically. And that's because it is a low-level boss, so you can do it with a lot of different setups. And this one I'm going to be showing you today is just a little bit higher gear, but you can just obviously sub everything out. So I do have my Slayer helmet on because I do have it as a Slayer task. So if you get Black Dragons as a Slayer task, you can do Queen Black Dragon or King Black Dragon. I'd highly recommend doing King Black Dragon, especially for lower level players. He's a lot easier and you can get a lot more kills in via hobbying worlds. So I just have a strong Slayer helmet on. I believe there's one tier up from this, a level 71, which you can use as well. I'm using Ceridonian Whisper. You can use a Fury Amulet or anything lower or higher. Then I have Static Gloves and Steadfast Boots. You can sub these out for Bandos boots or gloves, but I recommend some kind of Mage boots and gloves, so Ganon boots and gloves. And then I have Bandos top and bottom on, which is fairly simple, and that's what I'd recommend using here. He's not that hard. And I do have two maces, which is obviously I use the main hand mace because it does have a nice prayer bonus on it. So if you can't afford these, obviously Chaotix will work. Dual Chaotix, especially if you cannot make super anti-fires, which I can use. If you can't use this, you will need a one-hand weapon with a Dragonfire shield, which obviously I do not have because I have super anti-fires. These are level 89 to make them, just in case you guys are wondering. I have in my, other than that, there's really nothing special here. Superior Leviathan ring. You can use a Warrior's ring, any kind of ring that gives any bonus. I use this because it helps with some of the damage. And then Reef Walker's Cape I use because it has a nice hefty life point bonus on it to buff up from the Bandos to a little higher. As well as this, you can make a bonfire. I'd recommend using Elder Logs. Those are level 90. If you can't use those, use the highest logs you can. Make a bonfire and put 5 pieces of wood into it, and you will get a health boost for a certain amount of time depending on the level. As my Aurora, I'm using Vampirism because we're going to be using, I'm not going to be soul splitting or using anything. I'm just going to use my Vampirism Aura and my Vampirism Scrimshaw. This you can buy a non-superior version on the GE for about 700k, which I'd recommend doing. This will allow you to not use Soul Split, especially if you can't access it, since it is 92 prayer and it's quite high. Just buy one of these and you can activate it, and it basically is a Soul Split. And then if you have Vampirism on top of that, it gives you a ton of HP, especially if you can add Soul Split on top of that. But definitely recommend these two if you don't have access to Soul Split. There's a couple ways to get to King Black Dragon. I'm going to show the one I will show you, which is using a Lava Titan pouch. You can obviously just run to it from the Wilderness Wall. I wouldn't recommend that. That is quite a bit of places people to bump into. You can use this artifact here. It will get you there safely. It does not give you any bonuses, but when you do run there through the wilderness, it does give you a percentage damage bonus. So definitely, if you can, use this summoning pouch. I believe it's like level 80 something. Don't quote me on it. I don't know because I'm level 99. So I know I can use it. So that's what we'll be using there. I'm going to bring overloads, and which are not necessary. Any type of stat boosting potion will work. Definitely bring some prayer renewals because they help just keep your prayer up no matter what prayers you are using here. And then obviously some sort of anti-fire, either super or normal, and then a bunch of prayer potions and a decent amount of food. You can fill up your inventory of food. I don't really need any, so I'm not going to fill it up, especially with this loadout I have. I also bring a Yak to bank stuff. If you can't do that, bring a Spirit Terror Bird or a War Tortoise pouch will work just as well, or those pig things with the bacon, bringing home bacon quest. That'll work as well, just as long as you can bank some stuff or just have some extra storage area. The longer you can stay there, the better. So we're going to go ahead and summon this, and we're going to teleport there. You just interact with him and teleport, and it takes you to level 53 Wilderness. Make sure you do have a teleport back if you are going this way. If you do not go this way, just go through that little lodestone thing that I showed you. You don't worry about bringing a teleport unless you really need one, because you can just safely walk out at the end of any fight. So you just go ahead, come in here and climb down the ladder, and then we're going to pull the lever and go ahead in. Now obviously all your cosmetic stuff will go off, which is annoying because I like me cosmetic stuff, but oh well. So we're going to go ahead and come in here, drink me a potion, summon me up our thing, and go ahead and turn on our aura and drink our anti-fire flask as soon as possible. I probably should have did that to begin with, but I did not, which is probably not the smartest idea, but you know what, that's probably what you want to do the first thing. So you can actually just put this on Revolution, will work in this boss. Just copy my bar if you're using two-handed weapons. Of course, some of these will not work if you're using a shield. and some of them will, well, most of them won't work if you're using dual wield weapons, so I definitely won't recommend that. So watch, if you watch this and I turn on Soul Split here, we basically will not take any damage at all, and I'm just going to suck up a crap ton of HP. I flick this project item on because it doesn't really use any much prayer, and it gives you an extra item to protect. So with this setup I have 4 degradable items. This will protect all 4 degradable items in case, I don't know, a lag spike hits and I have no anti-fire left and I die or something. But you just go ahead and do that and pick up your nice loot, and then you're going to go ahead and bank the bones or put them in your yak. Now if you can't put them in your yak, obviously that's not going to be good. And they do poison you. Well, the one breath he does poison you. It's not that big of a poison, so I really don't worry about it. But if you want to really worry about it, go ahead and bring an anti-poison potion, and that will work. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and do another kill right from the beginning. I'm going to start out using this Dismember ability because it will do a lot of damage over time effect. And you can also put the Slaughter ability on your bar. It is helpful. I don't, because I just click over here fairly easily and use it. But that is a good ability to use because it also does a crap ton of weapon damage over time. And I'm going to show you how to utilize it at King Black Dragon really, really well. So we're going to go ahead and overload for this kill. And we're going to go ahead and drink our Prayer Renewal Flask. And then I'm going to show you how to hop worlds after this, which is very helpful as well. So unfortunately, as you do see, these spawns take forever. So that is something to note, especially if you have these auras, these scrimshaws. Make sure you turn them off and on in between kills, because they do not turn on and off automatically. You legitimately have to do that. So go ahead and use this ability, and then what we're going to do is we're going to walk on top of him and force him to move. Now if you get right underneath him, which you saw I actually made him move there, it does more damage, 3 times the amount of damage, which is a crap ton of damage, and it destroys him. It's almost like using one of the Destroy or Assault abilities, so it's very helpful. As well, you see I have this Debilitate ability on here. If you're a lower level, try to use this as soon as you can. It will give you quite a bit of damage reduction, which is helpful as well. So we're going to go ahead and cast these bones away. And what we're going to do here is right click on a person in my friends list and just join them. And we're going to hop directly into another world with a black dragon already spawned. The gear and setup I use, and the amount of how quickly I get my kills, I usually have to find about 3 worlds because he's not spawned by the time I kill 2 of them. Well, the one in the other world, and then this one, he's not spawned in the world that I just hopped from, so I have to find 3 worlds to hop in between. So luckily there is 3 people on my friends list, so I'll be doing that in today's. Now you can do this guide and just bring a friend if you cannot feel like you can kill him quick enough. Just make sure you get the first hit on him and do the most amount of damage. Holy hell, there's a KBD hit. Holy hell, that's my first KBD hit, guys, on video. Oh, that is freaking cool. That is cool. Gotta admit, that is my first KBD head ever in doing King Black Dragon. I'm really excited about that. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and hop to the other world that I have on my list. Now, unfortunately, maybe if I can click the right button, I only have 2 people on my list, and we started on a different world than these 2. So unfortunately, I'm going to only be able to show you this one time, guys. But when you are hopping worlds, make sure your timer here for your... Unfortunately, it looks like someone's on this world because it's not back up already. This is not great, unless it just took me to the same world again. But make sure when you're hopping worlds that you still have enough anti-fire protection when you come in. That way it doesn't hurt you and you take more damage. So just make sure that's okay. And then so we're going to start off killing him like normal. This ability here you want to use basically right away, or if you need some health. It's the Sacrifice ability, and it does a nice damage. And then it gives you some health back, which is helpful for the newer / lower level people. Gives you some extra HP to stay here longer. And then this Anticipation ability as well, which will reduce the damage that he does to you for 10 seconds. I do this on basically any type of bossing I do. I spam that ability as much as I can because it's very helpful and does a lot of damage. I'll show you a Revolution kill after this, which is completely doable, as well as, especially with the gear I have. Holy heck, an Elite Clue Scroll. Nice, back to back. Wow, that is freaking amazing. I'm getting amazing drops. Elite isn't that great because usually I suck ass and get nothing on them. But as you see, people hop around quite often because this is a not a well-known but a fairly easy solo boss to do. So you are going to have to, watch out for crashers and stuff. The higher tier gear you are wearing, the less you will get crashed, just because they're not going to try to crash on me because I don't have Drygores on. The backpack, so if you have the higher tier gear, definitely have it wielded, take it out to here just to use it. So we're going to go ahead and throw Revolution on here. So highlight these ones, and then these are the ones it'll use. It just uses the basic abilities, and it will not use the thresholds I have on here at all, even if I asked it to. So we're just going to go ahead and let it go all the way through just the normal abilities. I'm not going to use any thresholds here, guys. Now, as you do know, I don't actually think this activated because I did hop world, so I forgot. This needs to activate. Every time you hop worlds, make sure you activate this. So it is helpful to put it up here on your hotbar to know that know to activate it. And as you saw there, I just got hit by a 3000. So make sure you have your health, your anti-fire up and ready. It does warn you in the chat box, and as well on here it tells you how long you have left. So as you can see, the kill takes obviously a tad bit longer, but not that much longer. And if I didn't lose that gigantic amount of health there, you really don't lose that much health. Obviously, you're going to lose a little bit more health if you don't have Soul Split and these two items here, but definitely helpful, definitely easy. So that's about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little guide. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments section below or PM me in game. As quite a few people will tell you, I do reply to everyone that PMs me in game. My PM is always on. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.